Hey, folks, welcome to Shooting Up North. I'm your host, Louis Carlin. We're heard right here on the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. Thank you so much for joining me today. And thank you so much for everyone that has subscribed to the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network YouTube channel. The last I looked, I'm at 777 subscribers. Lucky number. So this is a lucky podcast. So I'm at lucky 777. So again, thank you very much for everyone that has subscribed to the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. Okay, FTR have revealed that they do not have much time left on their AEW contracts. FTR recently appeared on Barstool Wrestling, where they spoke about their goals for 2022. They spoke to Cash Wheeler, who indicated that he opened up about what they want to do moving forward. He believes that they will claim gold once again, and he also touched upon possibly facing two popular tag teams. Cash Wheeler saying here, I think we're going to be the first ever two-time AEW tag team champions. In 2022, we are going to get the titles back, and we're going to have the title run that we should have had the first time when we are world beaters. We will defend it every time we get in the ring, but we are never going to lose those again. A rematch with Young Bucks and beat the shit out of the Briscoes, hold titles everywhere. So they're targeting the Briscoes. That's going to be a great feud when those two teams get in the ring. Dax Harwood then commented on their future as a tag team. The FTR revealed that they don't have long left on their AEW contracts, but they want to make an impact before that point. Well, that's a little hint there. They want to make an impact. No, let's not get our hopes up. But he also claimed that they want to win gold in Japan at some stage next year. So it seems like their contract is going to be up. I could see actually them heading to Japan, New Japan Pro Wrestling, being a top tag team out there for New Japan Pro Wrestling. I have a feeling when their contract is up, I don't know if they're a lock to re-sign with AEW. It doesn't indicate here when the contract expires, but it just says that they don't have long left. But I know they have interest in heading out to Japan. And I really think when the contract is up, they're going to head to Japan, New Japan Pro Wrestling, maybe for a year or two, maybe three, and be a top tag team. There's a lot of new challenges for them out there in Japan for New Japan Pro Wrestling. Again, this is Dax Harwood saying there's a difference between having great tag team matches and being a great tag team. I think 2022 going forward, we can be in the same conversation with Arn and Tully, Midnight Express, and Rock and Roll Express. That's my goal for 2022. Three amazing teams there, and they definitely have the potential to be mentioned in the same conversation with those three. Maybe not the Rock and Roll Express, the greatest tag team of all time, but the other two definitely. But it's tough to be in the same conversation with the Rock and Roll Express because they're just the greatest tag team of all time. But definitely, I could definitely see them heading out to New Japan Pro Wrestling. I know we talked about Impact Wrestling. It could be they make an appearance or two. I can't see them signing with Impact Wrestling, but I could be wrong. But from what it indicates and from what I read from here and what I've read from in other articles and other interviews, they seem to want to go to Japan. So I think once their AEW contract is up. And gosh, I wish it indicated here when the contract is up. I really think that they are going to head to Japan and be a top tag team out there. They could work out a deal. Maybe they could work in AEW, or maybe with the Impact Wrestling, New Japan Pro Wrestling partnership, which is going strong. Maybe they could. Impact Wrestling could become their U.S. promotion, and they could wrestle in Japan. That's definitely a possibility. Now that I think about it, so maybe it's a better chance than I initially thought of them actually being. Because if the Good Brothers, if they're able to keep the Good Brothers and the Good Brothers feud with FTR in Impact Wrestling, that would be sweet. That would be sweet. But we just have to wait and see when the contract is up. And again, I wish it indicated here when the contract is up, but he's kind of keeping that secret. But we'll see. We'll see what the future holds. But it's going to be a big 2022 for FTR, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Okay, Kevin Owens. I'm going to talk about Kevin Owens for a little bit. He re-signed with the WWE. And this has gotten a lot of AEW fans really upset. I don't understand why. I know people and when the rumors are out that he might be looking to jump ship and he was troll. I think he put out a tweet with him and the Young Bucks, something like or so on social. I don't remember that. I don't know the whole details. I think it was he was trolling or a Mount Rushmore tweet with him and the Young Bucks. He was teasing. Everybody wanted, oh, he's going to AEW. His contract is up and he's going to AEW. When he re-signed with the WWE, a lot of people were upset. A lot of AEW fans were like, "Oh, how could he do this? How could he go back to the WWE?" Somebody posted on Facebook, "Oh, this is a big loss for AEW." That he went back to the WWE. This could have been great for Kevin Owens to go to AEW. Big loss for AEW. It's not really a big loss because Kevin Owens is never with AEW. If AEW, I mean, if Kevin Owens signed with AEW, it would be a big loss for the WWE, but he was never with AEW, so it's not a big loss. It's a disappointment maybe for AEW, but not a big loss. But he indicated he did what's best for his family. He did what's best for his family. When like I'm going to use Kevin Owens, when Kevin Owens is looking to sign a contract, he's not thinking, well, I wonder. I don't want to disappoint. I don't want to disappoint some hardcore AEW fans on social media. So you know what? I'm going to go sign with AEW. He's thinking, what's best for my family? And what's best for his family, he's signed with the WWE. They gave him a tremendous contract. Apparently, I was reading it's like could be up to $3 million per year. He's got a reduced schedule, so it was a no-brainer. He said he was with WWE for the past 7 years. He's been the WWE has been the promotion that he's worked the longest in. So the past 7 years at WWE, he feels comfortable. He's a WWE guy. He re-signed with the WWE. That's it. Move on. There's all these social media posts that I'm seeing from people. Oh man, why would you go back there? You made a mistake. He didn't make a mistake. He didn't make a mistake. How can anyone say he make a mistake? Tony Khan can't sign everybody. Okay, Tony Khan can't sign it, and I think Tony Khan needs to take a little bit of a pause on all these major signings. I know he said he's got a number of big surprises upcoming in the next couple of weeks. And that seems to be, I don't know if you could call it dangerous, but people are now expecting big signings coming in like every other week now or every month. I mean, I know you got Kyle O'Reilly, Johnny Gargano. Well, Gargano is taking some time off because he's about to become a father, so he's taking some time off, which is perfectly fine. But you got Kyle O'Reilly who's out there. You have Bray Wyatt, you have Braun Strowman, you have a lot of big names out there, and people are just waiting. Oh, who are they signing now? You don't want to have a promotion where your success is gee, I wonder what big signing is going to be this week, right? The Briscoes are out there. A lot of rumors of people coming. He can't sign everybody. He can't sign everybody. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I got excited. CM Punk comes in. Bryan Danielson comes in. I got excited about that. But now, they just signed Brody King. Brody King's not a major signing, and people are saying, "Oh, he signed Brody King, and he can't sign him." But Brody King's not really a major signing. He's going to be part of the Malachi Black's faction, which kind of makes sense. But I think Tony Khan needs to maybe take a bit of a pause on promising big signings because it's not really affecting the ratings. The ratings really are about the same last year, about the same this year as they are last year. There's really no big difference. They're still like 850,000 viewers. They're moving to TBS. Sure, I think it reaches 1 million more homes TBS than TNT. So we'll see if the ratings go up a bit. But maybe it's time to let's work with the talent that we have. Let's work with the talent that you have, Tony Khan. I mean, you brought in Brian Cage, you brought in Ethan Page, two guys that are absolutely fantastic. They're stars in my opinion, but they've kind of had to take a step back, and they're like on the outside looking in right now because you're bringing in all these names that have been released from the WWE. And granted, it's a unusual time for pro wrestling. All the releases from the WWE, so many free agents out there looking for new homes, and sometimes you got to take advantage, but you also I think you gotta maybe just take a step back and say, okay, let's put a pause on the signings. We have a great roster. Let's work what we have for now, and let's go from there. That's my opinion. But the Kevin Owens signing with the WWE, everyone knows me. You watch me, you know I'm not a WWE fan. I don't watch the WWE. But Kevin Owens has every right to sign with the WWE if that's what's best for his family, and it shouldn't get anybody upset. Shouldn't get anybody upset. People shouldn't be whining and crying on social media on how Kevin Owens should have let his contract run out and signed with AEW, and he could have been part of the Young Bucks faction, or he could have feuded with Malachi Black or whatever. He did what he wanted to do. He took care of his family, and that's the decision he made, and we all have to accept it. He made the decision of what's right for him, and hey, no need to get upset. No need to get upset. All right, so let's pull this up here. The full cards for New Japan Pro Wrestling's Wrestle Kingdom. That's their top show each year, night 1 and 2. The cards have been revealed, which is very excited. I cannot wait for Wrestle Kingdom. It's going to be great. So let's run down the card real quick, and then we're going to wrap it up. So January 4th, the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, the champion Shingo Takagi defending against Kazuchika Okada, which is going to be just a fantastic, fantastic match. Can't wait for that one. The IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship, El Desperado, the champion, defending against Hiromu Takahashi, which should be absolutely fantastic. Takahashi winning the Super Junior tournament to earn that shot. IWGP Tag Team titles, the Dangerous Techers, Zack Sabre Jr., Tai Chi, the champions, defending against Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi, winners of the World Tag League. So they've earned that shot, which should be another fantastic match. The Never Openweight Championship, Tomohiro Ishii defending against Evil. I love Ishii, but I think Evil's taking the belt here. Katsuyori Shibata making his long awaited return to professional wrestling. He's got medical clearance, which is good, and I pray that he has a great match, and I pray that he stays safe during the match. He doesn't have an opponent yet, but Shibata will be making his return to professional wrestling on January 4th. Tetsuya Naito, Sanada, Bushi taking on Will Ospreay, Great-O-Khan, and Jeff Cobb. It says Will Ospreay, Great-O-Khan, and Will Ospreay, but I know it's Jeff Cobb. So Tetsuya Naito, Sanada, Bushi, unless he duplicated himself. Will Ospreay, Great-O-Khan, and Jeff Cobb should be a great one. United Empire versus Los Ingobernables de Japan. Hiroshi Tanahashi, Raisuke Taguchi, and Rocky Romero versus Kenta, Taji Ishimori, and El Phantasmo, which should be absolutely fantastic as well. They're spelling a lot of names wrong here. They say Show is taking on Toe. It's not Toe, it's Yo. So Show goes one-on-one with Yo, which should be a fantastic match as well. Then we have January 5th, the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. The winner of Takagi and Okada will be the champion, and they will defend against Will Ospreay. So another fantastic main event there. The IWGP US title, the champion Kenta defends against former champion Hiroshi Tanahashi. Tetsuya Naito one-on-one with Jeff Cobb. Sanada one-on-one with Great-O-Khan. The never open-weight six-man titles on the line is Evil, Yujiro Takahashi, and Sho take on Hiroki Goto, Yoshihashi, and Yo, which should be absolutely fantastic. There's a KO PW trophy match to be determined. I'm not really into this KO PW trophy match. They have stupid stipulations, so I'll skip that one. There's going to be a Stardom showcase match where Mayu Iwatani, Starlight Kid take on Tam Nakano and Saya Kamitani, which should be a very interesting match as well. And the IWGP Junior Tag Team titles on the line is Robbie Eagles and Tiger Mask, the champions. It's three teams involved against Taji Ishimori, El Phantasmo, versus Raisuke Taguchi and Rocky Romero. So lots of great stuff coming up for New Japan Pro Wrestling. They have two great cards, Wrestle Kingdom. It's going to be absolutely fantastic matches. And then on January 8th, we have the third night of Wrestle Kingdom. No matches have been announced yet as New Japan Pro Wrestling take on the Stars of Pro Wrestling Noah. I can't wait for that one either. So 3 nights of absolutely fantastic professional wrestling action coming from New Japan Pro Wrestling. And I cannot wait for that. Okay, so we're going to leave it at that for now. I got my eyes on the news. Anything breaks, I'll be back, as you know. But until then, thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye, and stay safe, everyone. So long. Bye-bye.